letter to a Prime Minister. Dear Mr. Kendrick Drake, you being the Prime Minister of the United States, I do not wish to interfere with any tasks you are charged with, but I thought you may like to know what exactly your funds have helped me achieve. I have discovered an ancient artifact that holds many clues as to what life was like thousands of years ago, around the year 2000 or so. I discovered this artifact in the remains of a house that was buried in the eruption of the legendary Mount Hood. My research team and I have decided that it is an item of clothing or apparel worn on the upper body. Judging by the thick, coarse material it is made from, it is the breastpiece to a larger set of armor. This suggests that life around the year 2010 was wild and rough. Commoners of the time needed a way to protect themselves from the violence in their society. This lightweight armor was an easy solution. The armor we found has unusually broad shoulders. This must mean that the society of the time was still based around survival of the fittest and natural law. Because of this, people were very fit and strong. People needed bigger clothes for their increasingly bigger and stronger bodies. The presence of natural law in the 2000s is the first appearance of it since the McDonald's crisis. This armor we found is covered in markings. From these markings we have derived a lot of information. From these markings we discovered that the ruler of the time was a man named Boston Conti. The people of this era worshipped Boston Conti like a god. They had his name printed or sewn on all clothing. They even went so far as to give him the symbol of Nike, the ancient god of victory. From this armor, we learned that people that lived in or around the year 2000 had primitive instincts. They were drawn to the colors red and white. People wore the colors red and white every day. I believe that this unusual fondness of red and white stems from the medical practices of the time. Doctors wore clothing colored red and white, and as a result, commoners took up the practice of wearing these colors, believing it would shield them from illness. The dangerous society that requires commoners to wear armor, the godlike praise of a ruler, the primitive attraction to red and white, the presence of natural law. This all goes to show that people of the 2000s were primitive, underdeveloped, and unintelligent compared to the well-evolved, intelligent people we are today. I hope you were pleased with my findings, and I would like to thank you for funding these revolutionary discoveries. Dr. Myrtle.